Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Gentleman Pursuits podcast. My name is Ryan. Hope you're doing great, staying healthy, staying hydrated. Remember, while you're drinking that whiskey, it's also important to drink that water as well. Today I woke up feeling quite energized, to be fair. It's quite rare. The sun's out, also quite rare in Vancouver during winter, and it rains all the time. But the main reason why I'm so energetic today is because the interviews I'll be doing today, the conversations that I'll be having. Last episode, we stopped at Manchester and we talked to Tori from Whiskey Tea on Instagram. And this time, let's go all the way back to the origin of Scotch. Let's go back to Scotland. And without further ado, today on the podcast, we have Paul and Julian from Sips and Sales on Instagram. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Hey, good, thanks.
Fantastic.
Good. So I heard recently UK just came out of lockdown. Yeah? And how's the situation? No?
So Scotland's still in it. We're still in the highest sort of tier system that we've got for another week.
Oh,
Yeah, we're back into full lockdown in Scotland.
Yeah.
Damn,
So
okay.
It's all still closed, unfortunately.
Yeah, here's like a personal rant. I just low-key, because I live on campus. A lot of students just, don't give a fuck about COVID and still partying. I just want to smack them.
God.
Yeah. It'd be a lot easier if everybody just sort of stopped for a bit and then we could get out and get the pubs back open.
Right, yeah, exactly. I don't know why. What's the rush? Yeah. And also, so actually I discovered Sips and Sales because I think it's Paul. I think you're the one that managed the account, yeah?
Yeah, well, both me and Julian. Yeah.
Okay, so basically Sips and Sales like shared Tori's post and tagged me, and I was like, oh, what is this, right?
Yeah.
And then we started talking. So why don't you tell us what exactly is Sips and Sales?
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now, we sort of had a pretty aggressive target to try and get selling whiskey for Christmas. And that's been hard.
Right.
It was quite a stupid idea to sort of try and start a business in a global pandemic. But yeah, it's been difficult. But right now, basically what we're doing is it's essentially a low fee whiskey broker for people that want to buy and sell rare and hard to find bottles. But with that, we've got the Instagram where you can learn about whiskey too. So getting people into stuff like independence, and sort of trying to find different niches of whiskey. So basically, we want it to be a sort of one-stop shop where everybody can come to and try and learn about whiskey. We are by no means at our end product. We're just starting, and we've got some bigger plans for it. We won't discuss that here just now, but yeah, we're just starting out.
Oh, okay. What about Julian? Do you have the same definition?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Paul's defined it pretty well.
Right. So your business niche is rare and hard to find whiskey. Okay, yeah, that's really nice because in Vancouver here, one thing that I'd say complain the most about is that our whiskey community is not as vibrant and
Need to change that.
and to be honest, the only way to actually get your hands on whiskey in Canada, especially, is through this one or two big liquor store, and that's it. You can't import whiskey. You can order online, let's say from your site, and ship it to Canada because our liquor law is super strict.
Yeah, it's really strict. It's weird.
Yeah, it's really strict, and I hated it because first of all, I'm a college student, and I would love to sometimes, order, samples, so I don't have to spend as much to try more whiskey. I went to Master of Malt and, some sample club site. Nope, we can't ship to Canada because your law's too strict. I was like, dude, that's such a bummer.
Could you ship it to America though, and then could you go over the border? Like first, I don't even know where Toronto is.
No, they can't. Neither USA and Canada can, they can ship to neither places. Yeah, it's such bullshit. So because I was dying to try these SNWS bottles, and I know they're really hard to get your hands on. So I was like, oh, samples, hell yeah, let me order. It was like, Canada? Oh, nope, we don't do that. Okay, that's just sad. So a company about whiskey, and as you said, the Instagram page, to educate people more on the things they're drinking. You've got to be really interested in whiskey for both of you to go like, yeah, I want to start my life. I want to dedicate my life to whiskey now. I want to start a business of whiskey. So circling all the way back to the first time, how did both of your whiskey journey started?
There you go, Julian.
Oh, me.
Anyone?
I don't really know how my whiskey journey started. I've always kind of enjoyed it as my sort of go-to spirit. I think it's probably the only spirit in that sense that I would enjoy just drinking straight like that without a mixer as well. I mean, I've kind of just always been around whiskey as well. I remember when we were younger, like, at that age where you're stealing alcohol from your parents' house, we always had little miniatures around. I don't know, back in the day, you used to be able to buy like a square foot of land from the Lefroy distillery, and you'd become like a friend of the distillery, and you could put your little flag in there. And I think it's every 5 years they sent out a miniature, so we had loads of little 5CLs of Lefroy Select.
Oh, okay.
Or I don't know which one it was. I don't think it was an expensive one. But we'd always take these, and being like 14 years old, it was the most awful thing you'd ever tasted at that age. I just remember drinking it like it was a pine cone or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've grown to enjoy it a bit more now. For sure.
Okay. What about Julian? What about Paul?
Yeah, well, sort of similar stories. Like, you go in and you sort of steal some whiskey or steal some booze. But yeah, I don't know. I just liked it. My very first sort of experience was we have a whiskey shop in town, and I was like, I heard whiskey goes up in value. So when I was 18, I went and bought a bottle of whiskey in the hope that it would go up in value, and it did. So I got into sort of that way, and I love the taste as well. Lefroy, like Julian, that was like the first whiskey that I had, and I absolutely loved it. It was that burnt, peaty barbecue flavour, and it's amazing. It's like smoky bacon in your mouth. It's fantastic. So yeah, that's. Yeah.
Let me add there, I do love it now. I just hated it back then.
Yeah.
Wait, so you guys both started like relatively young, because since you literally grew up in the environment of whiskey.
You always do in Scotland.
That's true. So, so like around what age? Like 12 or like 6?
No, like 12, 13 probably.
Okay.
You'd never been that.
Because my first experience with whiskey is kind of weird, because I was so I graduated from high school, and then we a few of us were having dinner with this like really cool teacher, and then we found out he's actually a really rich guy or something like that. That's a whole another story. So he brought, back then I was the only one that's of legal drinking age, so he brought me to this really high class whiskey bar, like a Japanese whiskey bar. And I was like, dude, I don't know shit about drinking, man. I just turned 18. And then, so it was like, yo, it's okay. I got you. And then the bartender, blah, blah, was like, oh, what do you want? I was like, I don't know. So he put out like 3 bottles in front of me. He poured a little bit. And I was like, this, I didn't even like whiskey, the taste of whiskey. I just told myself, like, I love the experience. This is so high class. I was like, I can get behind this. Hell yeah.
A lot of people think that. Like, that's one of the main USPs of whiskey, though, isn't it? It's like the way, the experience, the feeling, the everything about it. Like, people love that.
Yes, totally. So wait, actually, before moving on to next question or next part, right now you're both drinking whiskey, yeah? Yes. Why don't you give us a little review right now? If you need to, I'll send the clip back to you so you can post it on your account. So right now, give us a little review.
Right, Paul first this time.
Right.
Let's do Paul first. Yeah.
I've got a lovely little Kalila here from James Eady.
Nice.
Would definitely recommend them. They're really good for independents. I really like them. They're smashing. But yeah, I love Kalila. The last single cask one we did, that was a Kalila 11-year-old. That one's really different. That's a lot smokier, a little bit more salty. See how I was saying smoky bacon? I get like smoky bacon pancakes and syrup with that one. It's absolutely brilliant, lovely and sweet, amazing. I really like it.
Okay, that's nice. Tiny note, I've tried that once in my life, which is my friend who's studying in University of Edinburgh or something like that. He came back home like to Hong Kong. He brought like a sample. It's like, yo, you got to try this. It's the same bottle. I tried it. I don't really remember what other notes I tasted, but the one really weird note popped out is I tasted like cheese. Yeah, and I was like, this is like, okay, this is so weird. I've never expected whiskey and taste like this. So that's like another thing that consolidated my love for whiskey. Okay, Julian, let's go.
All right, a lovely bottle of Lagavulin 16 here.
Yes.
This is definitely one of my favorite ones ever. It's just so good. It's just everything around it. It's just such a great taste, great color. I love the styling of the bottle as well. It's such a classy, elegant label. It's so good. Yeah. I mean, tasting it, it is slightly smoky and peaty and malty as well. Yeah. Oh.
It's correct.
The gods.
10 out of 10 will recommend.
So that's some here.
Yeah. So okay, after knowing the origin of your interests, now that you're in the business together, and I sort of have a tiny experience in like picking business partner, like, oh, who do I want to run this with? So what brought you two together and go like, yes, I love this person and I see a business side in him as well. So let's crush this together. Like,
who do you want to go first?
Let's go Julian. Let's go like back and forth. Let's go Julian.
In the spotlight. Yeah, well, Paul and I have known each other since college. We went to college together and studied aircraft engineering, after which we went to university together, after which we then got a job together as well, and a few other different things. So I've known him for a while, and I've known his character, and I've got a lot of faith in him. I think if I wanted to go into business with anyone, it'd be Paul. Plus, whiskey. So
yes. Okay, what about Paul? You better say something nice. You better say something nice after what Julian said.
He's such a dick. Julian, well, exactly what Julian said. Like obviously went through like education and got our jobs, so we were both like aircraft engineers to trade. But all going through uni, like Julian wasn't a slacker at all. He was always like dead up for just he was a grinder, always working in things, putting the work in, getting the results, and dead open-minded as well. So it's like you say to Julian, you want to do this, he'll be like, yeah, I'll give it a go. Yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, we'll do that. And like you need that to sort of be like malleable to sort of new ideas and different thoughts. So yes, it's good.
So is there like a specific role each other is playing in the business, or everyone does everything together?
Well, I mean, see what you see on Instagram and stuff. Julian is like mastering that. Like
I take the pictures and I do the Lightroom edits.
But he does so much more. So like Julian's really got an eye for detail. So like see everything to make it look good. I mean, right now like we're just starting off, so we'll definitely. I think our roles will probably be more defined as we go forward. But I mean, we're both sort of doing a little bit of everything just now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long have you guys planned this for? Like, I would guess it's quite a long time, and then now you launch this. Oh, not so long. No, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. No, it's cool. It's totally cool. It's totally cool. And so I've seen. Okay, funny thing. Please please don't find it weird. I've seen almost all the videos on Instagram and your website, like all the reviews. I was scrolling, but here's the thing. The funny thing is the reason why I was watching this video was not, oh, I want to know about this whiskey. It's because I started out as a hunt for Paul's social media. I was like, okay, I have Julian's Instagram account. Like, I know more about him. I was like, where's Paul's? I can't find it anywhere. And then went to your website. I was like, dude, where's yours? So, since Julian personal account is full of like cars and planes, and you said you guys went to school to study aircraft engineering together.
Yeah.
So, and while watching the video, it got me thinking. I know whiskey tasting is really personal. It's, you know, as everyone should believe that, and no one should say, oh, you're wrong, you didn't taste this, it's wrong. So from time to time, it's normal for you to not taste something that your friend's getting, like Paul's getting something but Julian's not getting something, vice versa. But what is some note that you just all, you know, you can't get it all the time? It's like, dude, I just can, you know, never get these notes from these whiskeys.
Well, we were talking about this, Julian. Like, for me, I said it was like rotten egg, sulfur. That's a big one, like sulfury. So I think if I smelled rotten egg in a whiskey, I'd probably just throw up. I'd just go, bleh.
In the skies.
True.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not drinking that. But I've never, like, some people say it's quite a pleasant thing. I've never smelt that. I can never get it. Yeah, I mean, most things, I think people tasting whiskey's weird. So, like, a lot of what the good whiskey tasters do, they sort of try and link it to an experience and not actual taste. So, like, for example, if you're, like, walking through a field and, like, you smell flowers, like, that would be a floral smell. So, right. But there's not, I don't know. For me, it would definitely be like that rotten egg stuff.
Okay. What about Julian?
I mean, I can't say I've ever tasted rotten egg in a whiskey either, but maybe I've just not tried the right ones. Probably the one I thought of was sort of tropical fruit. I can't say I've ever really had that pineapple-y, that hint or so, but yes, I might just not have found the right one.
Because like sometimes when I drink whiskey and I was reading reviews online, I was like, oh, let's see if I can get these. I can never get mint. I do not know how anyone can incorporate the taste of mint into a whiskey. I do not know. So it's like kind of weird for me. That's why I like really want to know. So
for that, like, because we were saying for that was when some people taste mint, it's like, see when you get a really minty flavor, like mouthwash or like really strong chewing gum, you know how it makes your mouth feel really like cold and almost like, yeah, it's almost that sense that you're getting, and it's like the whiskey can give you that sense, so the alcohol burn gives you that sort of minty menthol. So you might not actually taste mint, but you might feel mint because of the alcohol, if you get me. Oh,
okay. So instead of the taste of mint, it's the feeling of mint.
Yeah, it might be the feeling. Yeah.
Okay. Next time. Okay, I'll try it again. So notes. So we just talked about notes you can never get. What's some of the weirdest notes and tastes you've ever tasted in your life, and you're like, this is so memorable, I can never forget about that?
Jelly beans.
Oh, dang.
Jelly beans.
What kind of jelly beans?
Like pineapple jelly beans. Like, see the clear ones? The clear jelly beans you get, them. That was really weird. It was a whiskey. It was called Spey, I think. Spey bourbon cask Spey, and I just got jelly beans. It was great. I love jelly beans. Just weird.
Oh, hell yeah. What about Julian?
I'm not sure. I guess probably most memorable flavor experience from whiskey was that pine cone Lefroy when I was 13.
Yeah. First experience and the weirdest experience.
Yep.
For myself, it's, as I said, one of them is cheese, and one of them actually I just tasted it like a few days ago. I was drinking the Arbeck Ugadal.
Oh, nice.
And Yeah, because I got this bottle. First of all, it's so expensive. So I was like, dude, I cannot drink this every day. It's so expensive. So I tried it. It's really peaty. I love it. I love peaty whiskey. And then I was drinking it. The first time I didn't get this, but the second time I got like ylang ylang. Do you know the flower or the plant, the herb, the taste of it? And I was like, damn, this is really weird. I did not expect that to. I did not expect to see that in whiskey. So
yeah, that's really good whiskey.
Yeah, it's really good. It took me by surprise because okay, I actually got this bottle for an upcoming virtual tasting session in January. So it's an Ardbeg tasting session with an ambassador. So the list, they got Ugadal, they got Wee Beasties, and then I forgot which one, and then I forgot which one. So there's like 4. All of them are sold out. Only the Ugadal in this really remote liquor store, it's available. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. Although it's expensive, I think it's worth the money. It is worth the money, and I love it. You guys love Ardbeg?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you tried any other ones from Isla?
Have I tried any other ones from Isla?
Like Lagavulin or Kalila or?
I tried Kalila. That's the one I tried, but once only. Lagavulin, also like twice or 3 times. Not enough to actually have. Oh, what's that called? Kilhoman?
Kilhoman, yeah.
Yeah, is that from Isla? That's from Isla, yeah.
Yeah.
I love their stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I tried a few. Yeah.
So my go. Talking about whiskey reviews here, my go at whiskey reviews are pretty straightforward. I want people to know my take on a certain whiskey. It's not especially educational, I'd say. It's more like, oh, I tried this. Here's what I got. Like it or not, take it or leave it. I don't care. So it's not educational, not promotional, because it's definitely not for business. But for a business or a page like yours, as you said, it's teaching people, but as well as kind of in a way promoting this whiskey is like, this is not something you see every day. You should try this. So you've marketed it as an educational page where people should come, watch your videos and learn. So what is the biggest purpose or motivation behind your whiskey reviews?
You can take this from Julian if you want.
Thanks, man.
Sure.
We're growing a fan base as well and promoting that culture, because ultimately that's what we're wanting to expand in. So
okay.
Yeah. It's like I mean, like we're trying. Yeah, exactly what Julian's saying. Like we're trying to sort of grow a fan base, and then hopefully we keep them, and then once we evolve, we want them to become users. So like we were saying at the beginning, like this really isn't like we're on like version 1. We fully expect to be like on version 10, 15, whatever, and keep the same people.
Right.
So yeah, we're definitely just trying to get these people in to sort of buy the whiskey that's on our website just now. Keep in with this. We want it to be like a big sort of one-stop shop for whiskey. We want to be the best whiskey platform out there.
Okay. Here's an interesting thing about this, because I've thought about the same thing, keeping the same fan base, or like at least introduce this thing to people that have not tasted it before. They get interested, they stay, and now I have my own fan base. But here's the thing. I feel like for whiskey, it's quite hard to convert anyone to liking whiskey just by telling them how good it is. It's like if someone online, like on a page right now on Instagram, I saw a video, it's like, oh, vodka is actually pretty good. No, I don't trust them. Right? So
I'm with you.
How exactly do you like go about this, like, I'd say paradox, because you kind of need them to have tried whiskey before to know what you're talking about, but you're trying to attract new people?
Well, I think a lot of people want to like whiskey. I don't think a lot of people want to like vodka. So like, I think like with whiskey, like as you said, like when you first tried whiskey, it was like all about the experience. You'd never really tried it before. But you were like, I like this. I want to know more about this. And you have, like, you've educated yourself to learn more about it. So I think with most people, there's definitely a sort of desire that they want to learn about whiskey. So, you know, they're out there. We just need to...
Right, we just need to gather them all together. Whiskey's not as bad as fireballs. And I hate fireballs.
Yeah, that's shit.
Yeah, that's shit.
Yeah.
So, educating people on whiskey. Okay? So I'm not too well versed on, let's say, educating people on whiskey, because that's not like my where my strengths at. I love whiskey. I talk about whiskey, but I wouldn't go as far as saying I'm teaching people about whiskey. So while talking about whiskey, or at least to beginners, what's something that you emphasize on the most? What's something that you, because no way you will go into details about whiskey with, you know, to a group of beginners. So what's something to beginners that you will tell them, hey, it's actually pretty good? Like, what's that thing you would emphasize on?
Well, I mean, just enjoy it. Like,
just enjoy it.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, like what we were saying there, like Fireball, like I just said it's shit, and that's quite unfair. Some people might love Fireball, and that's whiskey. Like, so it's just like, just enjoying it. Like, you as well, there's so many different price points for whiskey. Like, if you can get a whiskey for, you know, 20 quid in the shop, and if you like it and that's your favorite whiskey, then
hell yeah,
you like whiskey. That's the biggest thing for beginners.
What about Julian? Same thing.
I mean, that's true. You know, just find what you like. I think showing the difference between a peated and a non-peated one's really good for someone that's just starting out, because you can really show them.
That's fair.
You like smoky whiskies, you want to try something like this, you know.
Right. I think my go-to thing to say about whiskey to new people is, no, you should try this. It's actually sweet. And they're like, oh, okay. If it's sweet, then let's try it. Because most of them don't care about me talking about, I'm getting orange, I'm getting apple, I'm getting banana. No one cares about that. All they want to know is that, is it sweet? If it's not sweet, and if it feels like I'm drinking rubbing alcohol, then no. So I was like, okay, this is actually pretty good. So another thing, going back to your business, you said you just launched it, and a little bit about business here, not that much about whiskey. You know, it's about branding. Yeah, you want the name Sips and Sells. When people talk about it, you're just like, oh, the two guys that talk about whiskey, they're really educational, right? You want people to associate with that. So that also, you know, what contributes to that is what you talk about, and, you know, the image of both of you and your website layout and everything. And one thing that caught my eye is because my website is also black and yellow. So why did you go with black and yellow? Is there like any thought to it, or it's just like, I love it?
There you go, man.
Is it me?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, you had the answer to this.
Yeah. No, well, yeah. For us, like it was because it's that sort of orangey yellow color. We thought, yeah, it reminds you of whiskey. Like, it looks like whiskey.
Oh, okay.
That was literally it. Just
okay.
Golden sort of color.
Yeah.
It's a bold contrast as well, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot why I went with yellow, but I was like, black and yellow looks good.
Yeah.
So what are some major obstacles you had while, I'd say, launching, let's say before the launch and right now, beside the pandemic?
Well, I mean, do you want me to go first, Julian? Or
I mean, I don't mind.
yeah, go for it.
Time's probably my biggest obstacle. I feel like I'm so short for time on everything. Juggling this and working as well, and doing other pursuits.
Right.
But it's just trying to find that medium of work-life balance, you know.
Okay.
And plus, Julian's also, you've just started another business. He's sort of like Elon Musk in it. He's running a few things at once.
Yeah.
What, Elon? What? Tell me about it. What?
Oh yeah, go for it. He's running a.
If you want to share.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm starting a property investment business, so I'm trying to get that rolling at the same time as this.
Okay. Is it like real estate wholesaling?
Finding cheap properties, doing them up, renting them out.
So like flipping.
Yeah.
I'm like high key interested. I just need the capital. I just need the money so I can actually try. But damn, that's really nice. That's really nice. What was I gonna ask? Right. So you said it's really time consuming. But wait, but you said it was really, really hard to find a time to launch this, but you guys launched it after 1 month, like, or just 2 or 3 months of thinking. So that's really impressive. That's really. Do you
just flat out?
Let's say after a pandemic, okay, everything's go back to normal. Everyone got the vaccine now, okay. Would you want to have like a physical shop in Scotland, or it's just everything online?
We don't see shops in the future. We see other things.
Okay. You don't have to tell us if it's a secret.
Yeah, we see other things. We're wanting to. I mean, we want to keep it mostly all online. I think that's maybe sort of where the future is for this.
Okay.
Shops can be quite niche, and I wouldn't start a shop just now with the way that everything's going. No.
Right.
Probably shouldn't even start a business right now with the way that everything's going, but we've done that.
Yeah, if you can thrive in a pandemic, you know, you'll be fine at the other end.
Yes. You don't want to start where everything's going good, because you know a drop is coming. But when you start at the bottom, when everything's shit, then you know it's only going up from here. Hell yes.
It can only get better. Yeah.
How long have you guys been flying?
You'd be flying longer than me. I mean, I started, I think it was 16, 17, and then got a couple scholarships, I get help from my family, a load of student loan went on that. And then after about 4 years, just got a pilot's license. And yeah, it's absolutely amazing. It's brilliant.
Okay. What about Julian?
Yeah, so I started at around 16 as well. I got a trial flight for my 16th birthday, and I just sort of caught the bug there, so I wanted to keep going. Got a few lessons here and there, and then when I was 18, I went to Florida for 7 weeks and done like an accelerated pilot's license there. So I stayed in Kissimmee, flew every day, all day, every day, got my American license, came back and got it converted, and I've just been sort of flying privately ever since. Saying that, the last year has been a bit quiet, you know, with everything that's going on. Yeah. But
that's so nice. Dude. Okay, so my friend Adrian, literally. So he loves car, and he's currently like studying to be a pilot. So basically in the same niche as you know, same hobbies as you guys. So I showed him. So I was asking him, I was like, hey, like, what's some like interesting question to ask car lovers? I was asking him because I don't know a lot about cars, and he was like, dude, it doesn't matter because you don't know shit about cars. If you ask them and they answer, you wouldn't know anything about it. So I was like, you know what, you're right. And then but here's the thing, I showed your Instagram page to my friend. He was like, oh, yo, is that an S for Avant or something like that? And I was like, maybe, I'm not sure. And he was like, yo, that's a customized rink or something like that. He changed it out. I was like, okay, dude, like, help me out. Stop like nerding out on me. You can check out his page later. You got a motorcycle, yeah. You know how to ride too, yeah. Do you?
No.
Yeah, no?
No.
Oh, I thought, he said, he saw a motorcycle or something like that. Okay, so between flying and driving, or cars and planes, which one do you like more? Both
Flying.
of you. Flying.
Flying.
Oh,
Yeah, flying's good. Although Julian doesn't want a motorcycle, but I really do. Julian makes fun of me for wanting a motorcycle, but I think motorbikes I would maybe love better than flying, or more than flying. Sorry.
I want to learn how to ride. I want to be Keanu Reeves. I want to wear a leather jacket and look cool on the road and just go. Yeah. And we drink whiskey too. We're killing the game. We're killing it.
It's like some Instagram porn right there. Everyone's gonna love that.
Let's say if you were to learn how to ride and you buy a bike, what kind of bike would you want?
Oh, I really want to go straight for the super bikes, man. That looks awesome. I love
like
that.
the one where you lean all the way forward to.
Yeah, where you're just mounting something. I really want, growing up, I loved the Isle of Man TT. That looked amazing. So I really wanted to get like a Honda CBR or something. But I'd probably kill myself in that. Why? What would you? What would you want?
If I ever, probably, I actually am not I don't really know the names for it, but the kind where it's like between like something like a Ducati, between a Ducati and a Harley, like just in between,
like a cafe racer type thing.
Have you seen Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. The one Charlie Hunnam's riding.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that guy. I love Charlie Hunnam so much. I was like, I want to be like him.
He's cute as fuck. Yeah.
So you guys would both choose flying, but if you have a bike, you would probably like riding more. Okay. Would you rather, let's say you and Julian, okay? No, I mean like the partner you're going with is Julian. And Julian, you're with Paul. Would you rather go to a lounge and drink or go to a dive bar?
What's a dive bar?
A dive bar is like a local bar, like a bar that's like kind of shitty.
Oh, a dive bar.
Like
hell yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I think a dive bar as well.
Yeah, I asked my friend, he was like, dude, of course a lounge. And I was like, even with your friend, like with your brother, go to a lounge?
No,
that's kind of too much.
Julian and I have been at many dive bars in Glasgow. Glasgow basically is a dive bar.
As a whole, it's just a dive bar, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. I would assume that when you guys are at dive bars, you wouldn't drink whiskey, yeah? Would you like go for beers?
Tenants.
Yeah.
I've gone for a few whiskeys before though. There's good whiskey bars here.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But like, let's say a night out with two friends, you wouldn't like, when they're like ordering beer, you wouldn't like order whiskey because whiskey is like a slow drink while they're like chugging beer. Do you have a favorite kind of beer?
Tenants.
Yeah.
Wait,
Tenants is so bad but so good.
It's called Dennis.
Tenants.
Oh, Tenants. Okay, I've never tried that. I should try that.
It's like Glasgow's staple beer. It's the most famous one around here.
Oh, okay. Shit. Okay, I should try that. I love beer, but I get drunk
off
of beer so
easily. Good. I think we're just really loyal to it.
Yeah.
No, I want to try it. Okay, another question. Peaty whiskey, Ardbeg or Kilchoman?
Both.
You know what?
No, you gotta choose one.
So Ardbeg is for me.
Because you never had Kilchoman?
I've never had a Kilchoman.
Okay, what about for you, Ardbeg or Lagavulin?
Lagavulin.
Oh.
You too? So Ardbeg or Lagavulin, you would go with Lagavulin?
Yeah.
Or let's say, okay, let's not do this or that. For PD whiskey, which one's your favorite distillery?
Oh, I love Long Row. Have you heard of them? They're from Springbank. There's one that they do called Long Row Red, and it's done in a red wine cask, and it's absolutely beautiful, lovely. It's amazing.
Okay. I'm already learning a lot just from talking to you guys like today. You definitely got the educational part going.
Here we are.
Next, Japanese whiskey. Okay. Nika or Suntory? Just the basics.
You know,
So I've never had a Japanese whiskey.
Okay. What about Paul?
yeah, to be honest, I don't really know either. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I've not really tried many Japanese whiskies.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Best
Why,
whiskey
what-
to gift a friend.
Oh.
Depends on the friend.
Let's say they just started drinking whiskey, so you know it's a safe gift.
Probably just like a little Glenmorangie or something. Just a little 10-year-old, you know.
It's
They're
nice.
cheap.
It's nice.
Easy to drink. You can usually get them for about 20 quid. You know?
Oh shit! Oh right, I forgot. Scotch in Europe's actually cheap.
Yeah.
That's
Scotch
cheaper.
here. Scotch here is fucking insane. The tax. What about you, Julian?
I'd say probably a Glengoyne. Glengoyne is like my local distillery. I grew up around 10 minutes away from the distillery, so it's another one that's always been in my life as well. And
Oh,
yeah, I
okay.
think most of the time when I do gift a whiskey, it'll be a Glengoyne. You
That's-
definitely got a Glengoyne from me before, Paul.
I lost my shit. It was great.
Because
Yeah.
I think my go-to is like a Balvenie Double Wood. I actually didn't know shit about that whiskey. I just loved how, I just love their packaging. It's like, oh shit, this looks posh.
Yeah.
So I bought it, gave it to my friend, and he loved it. And the next time I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna double down on this. I bought it again for another dude. And he was like, I love it. That's like my go-to
Yeah.
now. Yeah, it's
That's
like not
good
expensive.
whiskey.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you?
Really good.
Okay, another question. I'd say final question. How much does the whiskey packaging mean to you, or like matter to you?
For me, I don't give a shit, to be honest. I don't. Packaging definitely sells. Packaging is marketing at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's branding. So it's very important, very important. But for me, if I was buying a whiskey, it doesn't matter at all. I don't really care
Okay.
about the box. You can spend loads of money on a box, but if the whiskey's crap, I will not buy it again.
Okay, that's
So-
fair. What about Julian? Same.
Yeah, ultimately the same, but it's first impressions and that, if it is a nice box, you are more drawn to it. If it's maybe a shitty packaging
Yes,
or
fair.
bad marketing, you don't know anything about it, why would you go and approach it,
Right,
Exactly.
right. That's true. Because like to me it's everything. My favorite whiskey of all time now is the Compass Box Spice Tree Extravaganza.
Wow, okay.
I didn't know shit. I didn't even know what Compass Box was, but I saw the name Spice Tree Extravaganza. I was like, gotta be good. And I saw the label. I was like, this is like Alice in Wonderland. This looks good. And then I didn't actually buy the bottle, so I saw it in the bar. So I was like, I want to try that. Tried it. Best whiskey I've ever tried in my life. Now I fell in love. So now, whenever I pick a whiskey, it's like the bottling art is like really important to me. Okay, sorry, yeah?
No, sorry. Compass Box is really good. It's really good whiskey.
Yes, especially the whole scandal behind that just made everything better, like back in 2009. So real final question from Sips and Sales. Any wise words like advice for whiskey beginners?
Just shut up and drink your whiskey.
Yeah,
Don't
go
like
ahead.
it. Like,
No rules.
It's spicy. It's, you know, fiery. It's water life. Don't be surprised that when you drink it, it's gonna be there. But yeah, enjoy it. That's what I would say as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Julian? Same.
Go and try something new, you know? Always broaden your horizons.
That is, yes. Because also just another thing I've seen on Instagram, you know, sometimes, let's say a post about bourbon. A lot of people would be like, bourbon's shit. You should just drink scotch. Scotch is the only real whiskey. And then on the scotch post, let's say, and then someone would go like, you should try Japanese whiskey. I don't know why you guys are so stuck. No, like broaden your vision. Just try everything. You don't have to stick with one or two kinds of whiskey in your life. And once again, damn, I've learned so much about, first of all, I've learned so much about you guys, your business, and then you even like kind of schooled me on whiskey during this short 58 or 60 minutes of a podcast. Really love that we had the conversation today.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
do you have anything to plug? You know, your Instagram, anything you want to say it to the crowd now? You can go. Anything?
We do have a lovely competition running at the moment, so head on over to our page. It runs out
Okay.
tomorrow, but it's the only thing. So,
Okay, I will post that later to help you guys out because it runs out tomorrow.
We also, our website, like we can actually start selling on the 14th. So we've also got a discount code coming out. So if people actually sign up, they get 5% off ordering
Okay.
some good rare whiskey. So it's pretty much a no-brainer. That's our Christmas present to the whiskey world.
Hell yeah. Remember, guys, sign up to get your discount.
Yeah.
You're dumb if you don't. I'll sign up later. Once again, thank you for taking the time to do this interview with me. At first, I was kind of like, okay, what is this? But now it's like, dude, it's one of the best experiences I've ever had. And it's the first time, as I said, it's the first time I've ever had more than two people on the podcast. I apologize if this podcast episode is kind of messy or if my questions aren't, you know, too direct or something like that.
That's
But
brilliant.
nonetheless, it's a great conversation with you. Learned a lot. Once again, it's Sips and Sales. I'm going to link their business page, the Instagram page in the description. Do you have any other page? Like, is it just Instagram or there's like a Facebook, Twitter, anything? Just Instagram.
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn,
Oh, all under the same name.
Bebo, MySpace,
Club Penguin.
Club Penguin.
Club Penguin. You got to sell whiskey and coffee. So yes, I'm going to link everything down below, or I'm going to just, you know, I think you have everything on your website, like footer. Yeah. Like there's like all the social medias down there on your website. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to check them out, I'll link the YouTube, Instagram, and the website in the description. Definitely go give this guy's page a check. And thank you once again.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
This is Ryan, and this is Paul, and that's Julian, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.